Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Josh, and today I have a real quick and dirty video for you all. As you can probably tell, this is not going to be my normal production quality. I'm going to do this all handheld, so apologies for that up front. I have just been literally running errands today, so I didn't intend to film anything. But I happened to drive by while running my errands, the Toyota dealer where we buy all of our cars, and I happened to notice that there are a ton of brand new Tacomas sitting on the lot of all different trims and specs. And so I thought I would pop in there, see what's up, and go take a look at a few of them, because I can tell from where they're parked that they are not pre-sold, because when cars are pre-sold, they're placed somewhere else. So there are a bunch of them sitting on the lot. So let's go see what we can see of this new Tacoma. And I also want to try to look at some of the lower trim models and see how much they are priced at, because a lot of people after I did my Tacoma video, we're saying, well, you're only talking about the top trim Tacoma and blah, 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 blah. And that's fair. So let's go see what we think of the lower trim Tacomas that are going to be the volume sellers, see what the interiors are like, see what they're priced at, and see if they change my mind at all. So let's go head on inside and take a look. All right, guys, well, welcome to Toyota of Cedar Park. This is our home dealer, and here are the Tacomas. Okay, so most of what they have appears to be SR5 and TRD Sport, which is one up from that, and that's what we're looking at here. This TRD Sport's got a few things on it, but it's already pushing about 45 grand. And it's a nice looking truck, I have to say that, but still, 45 grand for one up from the SR5 seems pretty excessive for a Tacoma. Looking around, what else have we got here? Here are some actual SR5s. So these are probably already at like 40,000 or 41, because SR5 starts at about 36 or 37. Over here, we have another TRD Sport. This looks very similar to the other one, so this is probably another $45,000 truck or so. We actually have a Limited over here, which we'll come back to, because this one's really interesting to me. It's kind of how I would do it if I bought a Tacoma. Over here, it looks like a few more SR5s. Here's another SR5, and I think next to it is another TRD Sport. Yeah, that's another TRD Sport. And down the row, we have a few more different base SR5 trims. One in white there, and another in black here. Now, let's go look back at that Limited, because this is actually, I have to say, if I were to buy a Tacoma, I would buy a Limited, because I love that we still have a lot of the chrome bits and the shiny bits here on this truck, and that's something that I've mentioned that I missed that on the GX, because the GX doesn't have any bling to it anymore. And I gotta say, I mean, for as much as I don't care for the price, this is a good looking truck. Look at that chrome grille. That is right up my alley. And let's see here. Let's go take a look at the window sticker, because again, this is what I would buy, I think, if I were to buy one. And yep, there we go, $56,000 for a Limited. And this one's actually kind of interesting because, so I didn't realize the Limited didn't come with the hybrid, and this window sticker is saying that this is a part-time four-wheel drive. I thought all Limiteds were full-time four-wheel drive. Might be wrong on that. Check out these wheels. I'm a sucker for big silver wheels. And these are actually wrapped in some pretty nice Michelin tires as well. And then as we come down the side, the other thing that you'll see on the bottom of the body here is my favorite thing in the world, power deployable running boards. So these will come down when the truck is unlocked and or when you open the door. And that's a really nice feature, because it keeps a really clean profile to the car. And then rounding out the back, I love the color matched bumper. I love that it's not chrome or anything like that. This is a really good looking truck. All right, guys, here we are inside, and they've got an SR5, which is great. So we'll actually be able to get into this truck in a minute and look around. This does appear to have some kind of options package on it, because we have color keyed door handles, over fenders, and the rear bumper that you're seeing here on the back. And so this is probably going to be in, I would guess, the low to mid 40s, which again, for an SR5 Tacoma, kind of high. No moonroof in here, cloth seats. And yep, there it is, 45,000. That's pushing it. All right, guys, let's get inside this base model, base but $45,000 Tacoma. And there were so many little Tacoma boys in the comments on my last video that got pissy about me calling this a work truck. But like, come on, this is a work truck. Look at all the plastics in here. I mean, on the infotainment system, down the dashboard, down on the center console. This rubber handle is quite nice. Over here on, I guess that's not a charging pad on this trim. Over here, it's just like rubbery plastic here on the armrest. That is water. But yeah, like all down here, this is all hard plastic. And this is this area right here is what doesn't change between different trims. They're all gonna feel like that down the center. Some of the other materials in here will change as you go up the trim walk with nicer leather and kind of the fake wood looking thing that the Limited gets. But still, I mean, this is a work truck. At the end of the day, I stand by that. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that the Tacoma was a great car because it used to be a really affordable work truck, cheap transportation type vehicle, and it's just not. I mean, $45,000 and I'm getting all this cheap hard plastic in here. That is a work truck that should really cost more, like maybe $30,000, $35,000 at most. That said, the seating position is better than Tacomas of the past. However, it's not as good as the 4Runner, which makes me kind of worried for the new 4Runner as well. And speaking of the old 4Runner, this is also in spitting distance of the 2024 Toyota 4Runner Limited. Especially some of the other ones we looked at outside, like those are the price of a 2024 4Runner Limited. And that's just not happening. All right, guys, well, that was a quick and dirty look at the new Tacoma. I don't know about any of you. That did not change any of my opinions or any of my thoughts about the new Tacoma. It is a beautiful looking truck. I have to give it that, especially that Limited. I love the chrome, love the silver bits. I'm glad Toyota's committing to keeping that around, even when Lexus has kind of gone away from that blingy look. But overall, at the prices that Toyota's charging, I mean, the $46,000 for the SR5 trim with that like hideous plastic interior, and then $55,000 for the Limited, which again had nicer leather and had some nicer interior bits, but still the core pieces all were that same cheap plastic. That's just not happening. And here's the thing, okay? I had a few people in my original Tacoma video call me elitist because they're like, you drive a Lexus, and that's what we're sitting in right now is my GX. Your perceptions are skewed. You're expecting luxury and blah, 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 blah. And here's the thing. Yes, I am, because these trucks are approaching luxury car territory in terms of their pricing. Like $55,000 for that Tacoma Limited that we saw. I do expect some luxury for that much money. And I do expect, again, at $65,000 or $60,000 for like a Trail Hunter or a TRD Pro, yeah, I expect more premium things than what we're getting. And if that makes me an elitist, so be it. But I really think you deserve more. And so I think anyone who's shopping for any of these Tacomas should really expect more than what they're getting for the prices that they're going to end up paying for these trucks. So anyway, that is all for today. I have got to go and finish up the rest of my errands, and we're heading out of town here in a bit as well. So I will talk to you guys real soon. Have an amazing one and take care.